Hi, I'm Dr. Jeff of Active Chiropractic and Wellness Center. Today's video is going to be about neck issues and neck problems. Over the years, I've worked with many people with neck problems. Lower neck is often tied in with symptoms associated with the shoulders and the arms. Upper neck problems are often associated with symptoms connected with the head. So headaches, migraines, tension headaches, even cluster headaches. Sometimes memory, concentration, dizziness can be associated with this upper area. In kids, we often see it ties in with hyperactivity as well. So one of the issues with neck problems is it starts off often as a forward head carry. You can check your kids, your grandkids, and you often see that when you look at them from the side, the ear should be basically right over the shoulder, but with video games and TV and everything else we do, we spend most of our day in the computers and our head starts to shift forward. The problem with that is, if we look at this picture, that's a nice normal alignment. Again, the ear balances directly over the shoulder in this picture. There's a nice curve to the neck. It should be about 35 to 45 degrees. With the day-to-day stresses, the alignment starts to shift. You can see in this picture, the head starts to shift forward. Think of it like the alignment in the car. If it's out of whack a little bit, well, the wear and tear speeds up, but it's not as bad as it gets worse and worse with time. So one of the things that also happens is, if again this is a nice normal curvature and we're looking at you from the side, as the head starts to go forward, it actually starts to stretch the entire spinal cord, not just in the neck but throughout the spine. And quite frankly, your spine doesn't really like that. The next thing that happens with a forward head carry, and I want to use this little, you think it's a bowling ball, but it's not. It's actually a head. So if you think of a man's head weighs about 10 to 12 pounds, a woman's head 8 to 10 pounds. If your head is balanced properly over your shoulders, then that is the least stressful position for your neck and the muscles of your upper back and your neck area. For every inch your head is carried forward, just like me carrying this bowling ball further and further forward, it's harder and harder for my arms to hold. The leverage starts to increase. So the stress with 1 inch of forward head carry doubles the stress load on the neck. 2 inches, it triples the stress load. And it's that stress load over time, like water running over rock in the river, it changes the shape of the hardest structures in the body, the bones. And that's why you see the next picture here is the discs are now starting to degenerate from the pressure being on areas that it shouldn't be. The bones are actually changing shape to try and adapt and protect the body. And finally, you see further degeneration there. And again, that takes decades. So not only is taking care of your neck problem important when you're in pain, but that advancing degeneration is happening during the periods of time where you're not in pain. So maintaining a good flexible neck and upper back is key to your overall health, and that's what we as chiropractors do. The next thing I want to show you, though, is where some of those connections are. As I mentioned, the lower neck controls the arms, it controls throat, thyroid gland. Upper neck ties in more with the head, and I'm going to show you that on this little picture here. So upper cervical ties in again more with the head, and lower cervical ties in more with, let me just change that here. Okay, so lower cervical can tie in with the heart and the lungs as well, but throat, thyroid gland, but particularly with the arm. So whether somebody has a neck issue and they also perhaps have shoulder problems or numbness going on at night in bed, these are all things that tie in with the neck, and they're all symptoms that are trying to tell you that your neck needs some attention. We are Dr. Jeff Lustig of Active Chiropractic and Wellness, and you can find out more about us at activechiroptbo.ca.